You're at Middlesbrough at home this weekend. How's the squad looking ahead of that match?
Fine. Obviously, we're going to be missing Louis Coyle with the suspension. Everybody else seems fine and come through the game. Like I said, after the game, obviously, George Honeyman's still a bit away. Tom Huddleston's still a little bit away. Josh McGuinness, same. And Randell Williams, we'll see how he is. I believe he's on the grass this afternoon. So, apart from that, we're okay from the game the other night.
The other night against Blackpool showed real character to come from behind with a goal down, a man down. How pleased were you with the spirit and togetherness the players showed?
I was delighted with the boys. I have to be honest, and it's very easy to go under. You're 1-0 down, you're at home. We've just had a man sent off, but I thought the response was outstanding, and it's what we've seen of this group, for the last 12, 13, 14 months. A real resilience and a real drive to keep going. We can never fault the effort or the application or the hunger and desire of this group to keep going, and they showed it again in abundance. And we should have won the game. Really could have won the game with Tyler's effort and good save from Maxwell. But yeah, we're hoping that's going to be a catalyst for us now. To see that we can respond like that to something happening on the pitch, and we can solve a problem. And we can respond and get the equaliser with a good finish from Tom.
Even in matches where we haven't picked up results and we've been losing, Sheffield United, for example, the players have kept going, haven't they? And they've shown that real resilience to keep performing until the end of the games, which is a great quality to have.
They certainly have, and they've shown it in every game this season. They've shown it in every game. Yes, the results haven't been where we want them to be. But all we can ask from them is to keep going and keep driving and keep showing that determination to keep trying to get the results that we're craving at the minute. It was a tremendous response from the boys, obviously, to go 1-0 down and then to show that determination to get the equaliser and then almost snatch it and win it at the end. But overall, like I said after the game, and I stand by it, I was really pleased with the performance of the players and how we went about our business and the game plan. We controlled the game for large periods, and it was the same at Stoke. The 2 games that we've just had, we've controlled games, but we just need to keep believing, keep understanding that we're getting there, and I believe it's not far away.
Speaking of responses, some response from Tom Eaves to come back into the side and get that goal. How impressed have you been with his attitude over recent weeks and the goal he scored the other night?
Really pleased. It's been difficult for Tom, obviously, with all the speculation surrounding him in the window, etc. Myself and Tom had an honest conversation. Every player at this football club wants to play every week, and I explained to Tom that we've got 24, 25 players here. Every single one of them want to play. He didn't sulk about it. He showed what a professional he is and what a person he is. He's got his head down. He's worked hard over the past 3 or 4 weeks. He got himself back into the reckoning, into the bench, because of his training sessions and his performances. And then he's gone and done that and when he's come on Tuesday night. So we couldn't be more pleased for him. He's well liked here at the football club and in and around the training ground. And we were all delighted for him to get the goal.
Have the performances of Tom and Tyler Smith when he came on given you food for thought for this weekend? Yeah,
at the end of the day, it's about picking a team that we feel is going to go and implement a plan against Middlesbrough. Sometimes, players will be left out and people will be thinking, why is that happening? It happens because we analyse every single game and we feel that, certain players' strengths may hurt the opposition more than others. And again, that's the process and the thinking around it. Again, we keep consistent with that. We have loads of reports on Middlesbrough. We've watched them live 2 or 3 times. The players will be part of the process, today and have been, and they'll see a lot of the stuff from Middlesbrough, and then we'll get to work on it. So it's about, like I say, it's about picking the right team that we feel can go and implement the plan against Middlesbrough, and with all the players fit and available, they'll all be chomping at the bit to play.
What have you made of Middlesbrough so far this season?
Well, I've had a good result there against Sheffield United. Sheffield United were hitting some form, and I think they showed, they've got the capabilities to beat anybody in this division. And that's this league for you. I went to watch Peterborough against Bournemouth last night. A lot of people probably thought Bournemouth was a shoo-in to win the game, but just sheer organisation and resilience when Peterborough got them a point, and that's a division for you. You know, Coventry. I watched Peterborough against Coventry the previous week, and you know, Coventry won 3-0 convincingly. Could have been 7 or 8, and then they go and get beat 5-0 by Luton. So I think it just shows you what the division's about. You have to be on your game on everyone. You know, every time it comes around, and I think, you know, for us, we haven't stood there and gone, we're miles away in any of the games so far this season. I think maybe only one of the games where we probably didn't perform to where we wanted to was the Derby game at home. I think every other game we've been well in it, had big opportunities to take the lead in them. But one thing, like I've spoke about early on in this press conference, is the boys have got a sheer belief and determination to keep going and driving and to try and get better. And that's what we're doing.
You spoke there about taking the lead. We've not scored the first goal yet in the game. How big a boost will that be for the boys when we are able to get our nose in front? Yeah,
I mean, it's important, isn't it? It's really, really important to try and get that first goal. We haven't done it yet. We're 10 games in. We've had opportunities to do it. We can't get flustered by it. It is what it is, you know. And you know, we've shown determination to come back against Blackpool. We've shown determination to come back and win the game at Preston. We've shown real belief in the 2 draws that we've had to not concede. We do know that we would like to take the lead. Of course we would. We want to go 1-0 up and take the game away from someone. But we don't think it's far away. We feel as if we keep performing to the levels that we know we can and keep being more clinical and ruthless, you know, trying to be more clinical and ruthless in the top end of the pitch, then, you know, we'll get there.
Neil Warnock in the opposite dugout this weekend, the most experienced manager in the league. What has he been like to come up against previously? Yeah,
I mean, Neil, I've come up against his teams a few times over the years, and he's a really good fella. You know, you see him after the game, you have a chat with him, and he's very knowledgeable of the game, and had an unbelievable career. The amount of games that he's managed over numerous clubs. So it's going to be good to come up against him for sure. And like I say, we want to try and, you know, get ourselves back on track here. It's the last game before the international break. Would love to, you know, finish this little spell with a win. So we'll be doing our utmost to try and do that.
And finally, the fans really got behind the side in the closer stages, the final 10-15 minutes the other night. How big a role can they play this weekend to drive the lads on?
You know, the fans have been great. The fans have been great, and I think they see that they've got a young team here who, you know, some of them are learning on the job. It's you know, their first time experiencing the championship level, and they're only going to get better from it, from the bumps and the bruises that we're having at the minute. And you know, there's only one way for us to go, and that's up, and to improve and to get better. And we believe that's going to happen. So fans have been great, and you know, the more they stick with the group and stick with the players, I think we'll see the fruits of it.